No perfect seasons. What's going on? We back for the Week 10 edition of the Fantasy Flex. Let's get up into these divisions and the matchups. You already know how we do. It's going down like this. North Division right now is being headed by the Orlando Pain. Big up to Ron Caster. I just beat him in my other league, but he's holding on this division here, 9-1. Behind him at 2 games back would be myself, the Florida Sharks, who have a 7-3 record, followed by the Bronx Giants, who are 6-4, 3 games back in the division, followed by the Woodruff, who are 5-4 in the division. He's 3.5 games back. 5-4-1, excuse me. I forgot about the tie. Don't really normally look over there, but it's there. The New York Hitmen have a 2-7-1 record. So that shows you where the tie came in. And they're 6.5 back. Moving down to the South Division, that's being headed right now by the K-Town Predators, who have an 8-2 record. Followed by the Tampa Bay Bulls, who are 4 games back, who are 4-6. The Tallahassee Expendables at 3-7 are 5 games back. Also, the Late Greats are 3-7, 5 games back. And the 82s are sitting down at the bottom of the South Division at 2-8, 6 games back in his division. Let's get up into last week's matchups. Last week's matchups went a little something like this. You had the Orlando Pain taking on the 82s. That matchup going to the Pain, 136-100. Leading scorer for the Pain, Kyle Orton with 36 points. Leading scorer for the 82s, Matt Schwab with 27 points. Next matchup was between the Bronx Giants and the Late Greats. Late Greats coming out to pull this one out in the end, 147-134. Leading scorer for the Giants, Ben Roethlisberger, 32 points. Leading scorer for the Late Greats, Jay Cutler with 25 points and a pretty impressive game. The New York Hitmen and the Tampa Bay Bulls going on Rumble in the next matchup. The Tampa Bay Bulls putting up the most points in the week, so big ups to Mike on that one. 217-109. Leading scorer for the Hitmen was Dwayne Bowe with 32 points. Leading scorer for the Tampa Bay Bulls would be Matt Castle, so the irony there. Matt Castle had 40 points, so I guess whatever Dwayne was catching, Castle was getting as well. So, I mean, hey, you can't beat that. Next matchup, close second for, you know what I'm saying, tying it up there and putting up the points. Mr. Woodruff for like the third, well, not the third week in a row, but because that obviously just stopped, but been putting up the points, man. 190-143 over the Tallahassee Expendables. Leading scorer for the Wood, David Garrard, 34 points. Leading scorer for the Tallahassee Expendables, Tom Brady with 38. However, like I said, the Woodruff did take that matchup in the end. And we'll get up into a preview of this week's matchups. This week, you got the Florida Sharks. Fucking A. Before I do that, forgot about another matchup. Let me get back and rewind. Also had a matchup between my brother, and I didn't see that because I skipped it. That matchup went to the Florida Sharks between the K-Town Predators, 153-109. Leading scorer for the Sharks, Michael Vick with 61 points. Leading scorer for the Predators, Felix Jones with 22 points on the week last week. Tight competitive game. I knew it was going to be hard for me, to be honest. If I didn't have Michael Vick, I would have lost. So, way to put him in there and plug him in, I guess, on my behalf. Now we get up into the previews. I'm sorry about that, folks. In these previews here, you got the Florida Sharks taking on the Bronx Giants. The Florida Sharks are sporting right now a 7-3 record. The Bronx Giants are 6-4. So they're both looking to move and gain ground towards the playoffs. The Late Greats with a 3-7 record are taking on the team leading and the best team in the league, Orlando Pain, who have a 9-1 record. The Late Greats standing at 3-7. The 82s with the 2-8 record are taking on the Tallahassee Expendables with a 3-7 record. And then we have the Tampa Bay Bulls taking on the Woodruff. The Tampa Bay Bulls are standing at 4-6. The Woodruff at 5-4-1. These teams both put up the most amount of points last week, so it should be an interesting matchup. Let's see what goes down. I mean, as of now, there are no more bye weeks, so everybody should be putting it up. Last matchup of the week goes to the New York Hitman with the 2-7-1 record taking on the K-Town Predators with his 8-2 record taking his first loss to me. And that's what it looks like. That's how it's going down. Getting up into this journey, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. And this has been Flex. This has been the Fantasy Flex. If you guys missed a show or whatever, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel, Flex2481. That's where we all at. That's how we do it. That's been this week's Fantasy Flex. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in once again. Thanks for being active. Thanks for, managing your teams. Minus the 82s, I mean, we've all been pretty active. I mean, everybody's been doing their thing. I'm actually thinking about adding 2 more teams just because in my other league it's been working real well, and I'm actually thinking about trimming the rosters. But yo, that's off-season talk. Getting down. Fantasy Flex Week 10, we done. Flex out.